Call the meeting in order. Please stand for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. I need a motion to accept this evening's agenda. Danny? Kathy? All in favor? Aye. Okay. Moving on to the, I need a motion to accept the minutes from the September 26th meeting. Mike?
Second.
Kathy? Any questions on the minutes from the previous meeting? All in favor? Aye. That's carried. Okay. On to the personnel section of the consent agenda. I need a motion. Mike?
Second.
Or Jason? Any questions regarding the personnel section of the consent agenda? Anybody? All in favor? Aye. That's carried as well. Okay, the remainder of the consent agenda, got budget transfers and the special ed. I need a motion.
So moved.
And Mike, did you second? Any questions? All in favor? Aye. That's carried as well. All right. So, I don't know what I just did. Something weird. Okay. I do not have a presence report. Corey, do you have any?
Just quick one, I'd compliment all the folks that participated in the homecoming parade. It was great to have that back. Ryan Hell back out of our athletic department, I think, did a great job heading that up, and obviously had a bunch of other folks that supported. So it was nice to have that back for the district.
Just trying to get back to normal here. Everything feels better these days. Okay, we have some district business. We just had the audit committee meeting where we went through the audit report for the school district for the 21-22 year. I need a motion to accept. Mike? Okay. Any questions? Well, we didn't have to. Right. All in favor? Aye. That's carried. We have a contract with Vestal. I need a motion. Danny and Kathy. Any questions? All in favor? Aye. That's carried. The family enrichment contracts. Any motion?
Sorry.
Danny?
Second.
Jason? Pretty straightforward, it's the same as last year. All in favor? Aye. And the Michelle Story contract. Jane?
Second.
Kathy? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Well, this is a business meeting, but we don't normally have hearing of visitors, but actually we've got a bunch of visitors, so we're going to interject that. So if I don't have the list, so Mike?
Mike Wobble. Thank you. From the last meeting, as more and more people become aware of the experiences from this past spring, several have reached out to me. And after a recent conversation, I received the following text. I hope the administration and the board properly investigates the issue, as what you mentioned, the girls stated, lines up exactly with what I have witnessed and experienced. I hope the girls recover emotionally from this. Regarding my recent personal experience with the district, some of you may remember 17 years ago, on the night I was going to be approved as a school business official, I accepted a job in a neighboring school district, making significantly less money. And I did that because of the negative culture, the climate, the poor morale in Owego at the time caused by district leadership. Since the last board meeting, I've been approached by several employees who were here at that time who have shared the culture is even more toxic today than it was then. I wish I could say they are surprised by what Joe and I have experienced. However, these employees have shared intimidation and retaliation are part of the culture here. You should also know you have employees in your district who are reluctant to come forward during this investigation, which is centered around protecting kids. Not because of what they've done or that they've done anything wrong, but because they are fearful of repercussions from a district leadership. Will I get fired? Will I be involuntarily transferred? These feelings and concerns are very real for your employees based on recent history and worth your attention. Like the early 2000s, I would urge you to engage in a third-party climate survey where employees could speak freely and honestly about the culture and climate in your schools. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. Anyone else? Palladino.
Yeah. I was going to ask to have an executive session where we could talk freely about some personnel matters. I'd still throw that out as an opportunity. I think we have some things to discuss because I can tell you that people are becoming more and more frustrated. Personally, me, more and more frustrated that it appears as though nothing's being done. I can give you an example of apparently someone was marched out of the building most recently for some act during school, I've heard. Yet the individual who is kind of causing all this stir from last spring till now is still on campus in the press box during events, not when his child is here, and is still negatively impacting the culture and negatively impacting the young ladies who experienced his actions, which are documented. I would also encourage you to consider that another sport is coming up where some of these young ladies would like to play, and he has inserted himself as an assistant coach. I think it's inappropriate, and it still appears as though nothing's being done. So I would offer we'd be happy to talk with you.
Joe, you are an administrator in an educational environment.
Correct.
And you know that the only people that can participate in an executive session is the Board of Education and the district's administration.
I do not believe that's true, Gene.
Well, it is true.
It is.
So, based on our attorneys,
Well,
you know, so.
I would
What I would ask you to do is you can send me an email, and I'll be happy to bring it forward to the correct.
I have sent people emails, Gene, since spring.
I know.
And I've gotten no response. I've got no response. You've given me responses later.
I responded to every one you sent me, except for the last one when you got so nasty.
I didn't get so nasty. I just said you're stonewalling,
I was
Gene.
decent to you, and you got snitty with me. So
I said you're stonewalling. I've emailed 3 people.
Yeah, I didn't need the definition of stonewalling.
Well, you said I wasn't being stonewalled.
You were
So
being sarcastic.
I was being legitimate. I was being straightforward. I have emailed 3 people, 2 on the board, and I've received no response whatsoever. That is stonewalling, a simple question. So it doesn't matter getting in an argument. I can just tell you that I have emailed people on the board and received no response. I have emailed your AD with a question. I've received no response. I've emailed your coach that's in question and received no response. 4 people and received nothing in return. I contend that is stonewalling. And so if I find out that legally you can have executive session with public personnel in the executive session, will you allow to have an executive session?
I will ask our attorneys again.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Anyone else? All right then. Right now, we don't have any. Okay. So with that, I think we are done. I need a motion to adjourn. Kathy and Dan. All in favor?
Aye.